Good afternoon. Well, it's afternoon here. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. I am between Teslin and Watson Lake in the Yukon territory in Canada. As you can see, it's a beautiful day. The sun is out. I'm telling you, man, it's not very often you see clear skies like this. There's just a couple of clouds here and there, and that's about it. And man, I have not seen skies this clear in a long time. So it's nice. I'm on my way to Montana. I'm billing to Montana. So it'll be nice to get back down to lower 48. Although I'll be glad to get right back up to Alaska. I don't know if I'm going right back up to Alaska. But we'll see what happens. It's a bit slow right now. But it should be picking up here pretty quick. Roads, they look bad, but they're really not. I mean, I'm running about 65. They're snow-packed. Snow's not a big deal. As long as it's not ice, you know, you're good. You still got to take it easy around the curves and such, but it's not bad. I love the Alaska Highway, man. I really do, especially in the wintertime, because not a lot of traffic on it. You got to watch out for the wildlife. The moose are real lively in the winter, as well as the reindeer. You don't have to worry about the bears because they're hibernating. You got the Arctic bison you got to deal with, and the sheep. You got the mountain sheep you have to worry about. But moose are a little smarter than deer. You see a moose in the middle of the road, you start slowing down, he'll get out of the way. Now he might not run out of the way. He may just kind of mosey on off the road, but he will get out of the way. He realizes that, you know, hey, there's something coming at me, and I really don't want to come in contact with it. So I'm going to move, because it's coming really fast. You don't want to hit a moose. I've got a bull guard in front of this truck, and they're good for deer and things like that. When you hit a moose, it'll push that bull guard right into the radiator. It's not gonna stop it. The moose, and they're so high up, they have a high center of gravity. You know, it's gonna destroy the front of that truck, and could get hurt. But they get on the road in the wintertime because, although they don't really use salt up here, they do put a little salt in with the sand that they throw down, and so that attracts the moose. They get up there and they lick it. They'll get out, they'll be standing out in the middle of the road sometimes. And bison like to get out in the middle of the road too. Not because of the salt, but just because they don't give a damn. They will come out in herds on the road and just lay across the highway. Just lay there. That's why in the summer you see these idiot tourists, especially the ones on their motorcycles, flying through here, which I don't know why you come up here just to speed. You think you'd want to see the scenery, but whatever. And you come around one of these curves, man, and you never know when you might see a herd of bison just laying on the road. And if you're on a motorcycle especially, man, you're dead. You're probably not going to survive that. So it's beautiful up here, and I love the Alcan, man, the Alaska Highway, but you got to have respect for it. This is barely a road in some places. It's not too bad through here. But you get down in northern British Columbia, through the canyons and such, and it's barely a road. It's Wednesday. I have till Saturday to get down there, so not a big deal. I still have 1,800 miles. Saturday or Sunday, we'll see. I got to stop by in Edmonton, which is kind of out of the way. So we'll see how long that takes me. it's like in the upper 20s Fahrenheit, man. I mean, it's really warm for up here. You know, it's got a little bit of a breeze blowing. I was outside earlier checking my chains and straps on my load. A little bit of a breeze blowing, but still, I was just out there in a flannel shirt, a knit hat, some gloves. I was good. Pretty warm up this way this winter. I know in Alaska we had a few days that dipped down to like minus 30, minus 35, but it didn't last very long. Now last year I understand it's very brutal up here, but this year I think it's probably worse down in the lower 48 than it was up here. Make a long video here. I just thought this was just really a beautiful day. And it's a long day. It's 4:30 and there's still sunlight. It wasn't that long ago up in Fairbanks. 4:30, it was already dark. It was getting dark at like 2 in the afternoon. So the days are getting longer. Of course, I'm going further south too. That, you know, so I'm going to have longer days, but the days are getting longer. It won't be long up in Alaska and Yukon and such. It'll be daylight most of the time. In a few months. Maybe we could see some moose while I had the video on, but I haven't seen any yet today. Because I just started driving. I'll be driving most of the evening, well into early morning. I saw 3 or 4 last night. They were all off the road, eating on whatever they were eating on. If I get all the way down to Billings and not have to chain up. I didn't see any forecast for snow between here and the U.S. border, so hopefully, you know, I don't have to. There's some pretty good, pretty steep grades, especially down here in British Columbia. You got some 10% grades. This here, they'll plow it off and just kind of leave whatever's left over. It's not bad, but usually on the mountain passes, they'll sand them down real good, try to scrape off as much as possible. It's good to leave a little layer of snow because you can get traction on that. If you scrape off too much and there's ice underneath, that's when you start spinning out. I said, maybe I could see some moose or some bison, but as soon as I stop this video, I'm sure they'll pop up. I'm about to get the sun in my face, the sun in the camera. VHF radio going off. I've got a regular CB and I've got a VHF radio. Most of Canada uses VHF now. The Haul Road in Alaska uses VHF. Some guys in Alaska use VHF, but they mainly use channel 14 on the CB. When you get into Canada, it's mostly VHF. Supposed to be getting Starlink satellite, it's my understanding, for the trucks, because we got a lot of dead areas. I'm in a dead area now. Once I get the other side of Watson Lake, it'll be about 7 hours of no communication. So if something happens, you know, well, you just hope nothing happens, because there's no way to get a hold of anyone. If you have Starlink, that helps. If you have some sort of satellite communication. Unless you're a flat earther, and I guess, I don't know. I guess you don't believe in it, so whatever. But if you're a normal thinking human being, you know, you appreciate the satellite communication.